Welcome to this video on components of CPU. This video will enable you to identify the different components of a CPU. What is a central processing unit? It is called as the brain of the computer. The CPU in a personal computer is usually a single chip. It organizes and processes the instructions that come either from the user or from the software. Now let us look at its components. The processor is made up of many components. They are the arithmetic and logic unit, the control unit. The control unit controls the electronic flow of information around the computer. The arithmetic logic unit, also known as ALU, is responsible for mathematical calculations and logical operations. The processor is embedded into the computer's motherboard. The motherboard is a rigid rectangular card which consists of a circuit system that connects the processor and all the other components of the computer together. Some of the components are attached directly to the motherboard, and some are housed on their small circuit boards that plug into the expansion slots built into the motherboard. A computer's processing capacity is measured by the amount of data processed by the CPU in one operation. In a CPU, there are three subunits. They are as follows: arithmetic logic unit, control unit, memory unit. Now let's see each unit in brief. Arithmetic logic unit. The ALU is an electronic circuit used to do arithmetic operations with addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. ALU also processes logical operations like greater than, less than, equal to, etc. It performs the operations on the data provided by the input devices. A comparison operation allows a program to make decisions based on its data input and results of the previous calculations. Logical operations can be used to determine whether a particular statement is true or false. The ALU operates on the data available in the main memory and sends them back to main memory after processing. Control unit. The control unit coordinates the activities of all the other units in the system. Its main functions are to control the transfer of data and information between various units, to control the actions of the arithmetic logic unit. The control unit fetches instructions from the memory, decodes them, and directs them to various units to perform the specified tasks. Memory unit. The main memory is also called primary memory. It is used to store data temporarily. Although the CPU is the brain behind all the operations of the computer, it needs to give instructions and supply the data for processing. Once the CPU has carried out an instruction, it needs the result to be stored. This storage space is provided by the computer's memory. Data provided by the input device and the result of that processed data are also stored in the memory unit. The storage capacity of the memory is measured in megabytes. 8 bits equal to 1 byte. 1024 bytes equals to 1 kilobyte. 1024 kilobytes equals 1 megabyte, and 1024 megabytes equals to 1 gigabyte. Now let's discuss about the kinds of primary memory. Different kinds of primary memory are random access memory and read-only memory. Random access memory, or RAM, is a read and writes memory. The data is volatile or temporary. That is, whenever the power is switched off, the contents of RAM is lost. Read-only memory is a read-only memory. One cannot write anything into it and the data is permanent. The manufacturer writes the data. Secondary memory is called permanent memory. That is, the data stored in it is permanent. However, the data is also erasable. floppy disk, fixed or hard disks, pen drives, and optical disks. Key points discussed in this video. CPU organizes and processes the instructions that come either from the user or from the software. Arithmetic logic unit is an electronic circuit used to perform arithmetic operations. The main memory is also called primary memory. It is used to store data temporarily.